Hello, I'm Michelle Clary, and I'll be presenting today on People First Language, Words Matter. People First Language is defining who the person is first, before defining what disability that person may have. Did you know 61 million adults in the United States live with a disability? That's 1 in every 4 adults in the U.S. have some type of disability. Having a disability is the largest minority group that any person can join at any time, at birth or later, through an accident, illness, or aging process. Hurtful words have been used about people who have disabilities. Language is powerful. Our words can have impact on how others are viewed and how people feel about themselves. Oftentimes, insults that we use have a direct correlation to the people who have a disability or certain medical diagnosis. Listen to these insults: retard, lame, crazy, idiot. All of these examples are definitions used for a disability or medical diagnosis. We can do better because it's time to care about how our words impact the people we are talking about, and to be mindful of the attitudes and actions generated by the words we use. How do we speak People First language? Instead of saying, "She's a SPED kid," say, "She receives special education services." Instead of saying, "She's autistic," you should say, "She has a diagnosis of autism." Instead of saying, "He's a Downs kid," a better way of saying that is, "He has a diagnosis of Down syndrome." Until we learn to appreciate the power of language and the importance of using it responsibly, we'll continue to produce negative social consequences for those victimized by dangerous language habits. Let's practice People First language. Instead of saying, "He's the cripple kid," you could say, "What?" That's right, you could say, "He has a physical disability." Instead of saying, "That kid is ED," what could you say? Good job. You could say, "She has a mental health diagnosis." Instead of saying, "She's nonverbal," what could you say? Think about it. You could say, "She communicates with a device." And then the last one, "Mike is a retard?" What's up with that? Why are we using that word? What could we say? That's right, you could say, "Mike has a cognitive disability." Let's pledge not to use the R word in terms like idiot, imbecile, SPED kid, or other disability labels that are using insults or may be harmful. I'd like you to treat others the way you would want to be treated. What do you do when you meet a person with a disability? Let's review our actions. Do you hide? No, you shouldn't hide. You should always be natural and be aware. Say hello and introduce yourself. Don't panic. Just end the awkwardness and say hello. Do you see potential problems? Do you ask yourself, "Oh boy, what am I going to do next?" Just talk. Ask them about their interest. Remember, the potential for people with disabilities is limitless. Do you react negatively? Do you hiss like that cat? No, you don't. Just smile, make eye contact, be open. Do what you do for everyone. Disability etiquette. Remember, the person comes first, not the disability. Don't assume. Don't assume that you can pet the guide dog that's working for the visually impaired person. Don't assume that you have to push the wheelchair for the person who's using it. Don't assume people with disabilities have special education services at school. Not everybody does. Don't assume people with disabilities can't support themselves or make decisions. They can do it. They're people too. Our choice of words make a difference. Remember to emphasize the person, not the disability. Learn to speak people first language. To follow up on any of the references, I will have them listed here. Thanks for listening, and don't forget to practice. Ask questions, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.